I read in the comments a lot that people are asking the question, what should they talk about when they get on YouTube? What should they say on their videos? And what I'm discovering is there's a couple of things you could talk about on YouTube. Talk about your experience, but there are different levels of experience that you can talk about. For instance, you could talk about your experience growing up. What did you learn in those young age, or that young age when you was growing up? What lessons did you learn? We could talk about how you love to cook and the different recipes you know that you feel would benefit those who want to watch, like how to bake a cake, how to fried chicken, or how to eat healthy. I'm on this healthy, wealthy, and wise trip. So, if you make those videos like that, I appreciate it. But the question is, what should you talk about when you're doing a video? And I came up with an idea. There's two things you could talk about. You could talk about the things you have accomplished or the things that you have inside, which is called your gift. And that's what we're going to talk about right now. The two things you could talk about on YouTube, because you are sitting around trying to figure out what I'm going to say, You have so much to say, but you don't know how to categorize it. That's a word, right? Categorize. Yeah, how to categorize it. You could talk about your experiences, everything you have accomplished, everything that you have went through, everything that you have, knowledge of. And it's good. You could talk about your knowledge. I could talk about a number of things. I could talk about, how to get out of bankruptcy, how to raise your credit score if you want to buy a house or buy a car. Yeah, how to raise your credit score. And, some people, they be capping. I'm going to say it again. The young kids say they be capping. They capping online. Oh, you can do this and do that to raise your credit score. Oh, pay me this amount, pay me that amount. No, you don't have to pay nobody anything. There's only 4 or 5 steps you need to do to raise your credit score. And, it's free. You can do it yourself. I did it myself. I told you in other videos I went bankrupt. My credit score went down, went into the pits. It was like under 500. And I tried to pay somebody to fix my credit. And after a whole year, they took off one false address, but the credit score didn't go up. And I was saying, what's going on? You had it for over a year. You said you're going to fix my credit, take the bankruptcy off, make my credit score shoot up so I can, get a car with a low interest rate. But no, after a year, nothing happened, but they took off an old address. But the guy that I was dealing with, he saw what happened and he gave me a refund. And I just want to thank him right now because he didn't have to do that. But that's what he did. He gave me a refund. But anyway, you can fix your credit just by changing information on your credit report. You can raise your credit score 15 to 20% by just changing the information on your credit report. Your address, your name, where you work at, and your phone number. Just change that. Change that, and you'll raise your credit score 15, 20 points. That's a freebie right there. But this stuff can be done on your own. And I could talk about that. I could talk about how to get out of bankruptcy. You sell everything, you start over, and when you start over, don't get into the same situation you got in before to put you into bankruptcy. That's how you get out of bankruptcy. You saying how to get out of bankruptcy? Yeah, that's my experience. I could talk about that. I can talk about that because I went through that. And the only difference is from your gifting or whatever gift you have, that's your experience that you learned. Your gift is what has been created inside of you before the foundation of the world. That's the big difference. You experienced something you could talk about because you experienced it, you learned it, and you figured out how to overcome that challenge. But your gifting, the gift that you have inside of you that you got to share with the world so the world can overcome the things you have overcame, that's your gift. So talk about your gift. Yes, you could talk about those things you overcame. You could talk about those things that you went through. Yeah, I went through bankruptcy. I could tell you, the stories of, how I cried at night because, I didn't lose the house, but I had to give the house up. That was my Bill Cosby Brown, so I had to give the house up. I didn't follow the blueprint to buy the house, so I had to give it up because I couldn't afford the house. Couldn't fix up the house. I can tell you how to fix your credit. Yeah, I can tell you how to fix your credit. Yeah, stop spending all that money you don't have. That's the easy way. Stop spending all the money you don't have and pay off everything that you have, and your credit score will go up. But there's more to it than just paying off your bills. There's an algorithm in the credit report. It's a matrix in the credit report. I could talk about that. I can show you how to overcome those challenges. But I'm not going to talk to you about that, because you don't have to pay anybody to fix your credit. You can fix it yourself. You don't have to pay nobody to get out of bankruptcy. You get out of bankruptcy yourself. I'm talking to you about your gift. Speak about your gift and sprinkle in all those things that you experienced. You might have been in divorce. Sprinkle it in. I'm encouraging people to get on YouTube. I'm encouraging people to share their gift. I'm motivating people just to get out of their head and get in their heart, take that gift out of their heart and present it to those who are assigned to you. That's what I'm telling you to do. Don't ask me what you should talk about. You know what you should talk about. You know exactly what you want to say, but you're scared to say it. Why are you scared? Just because you never saw yourself on TV before? You never saw nobody that looked like you on TV before? You haven't seen your face on the screen as you seen yourself when you put your face on YouTube. Billions of people have the opportunity to see your face like you never seen your face. Just because nobody looked like you on YouTube doesn't mean you can't get on YouTube. You speak to millions of people every day on YouTube. For those who are on YouTube. Those who are not on YouTube, don't be afraid of YouTube, because you wasn't afraid of everything else. These are the things you should talk about if you want to get on YouTube. Talk about your gift. Experience, or give the people the experience of your gift. You saying I'm motivating you? You say I'm inspiring you? I'm just sharing with you what's in my heart to tell you. God has given me the things to tell or talk to you about. Share the gift that he put inside your heart so the whole world can experience all the joy that you have, all the things you accomplish. That's what you should talk about. Talk about your gift. Share your gift so the whole world can experience everything that you experienced with your gift inside your heart. Because this is my time. This is my experience. This is my life. God bless.